Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Get Back to Work, a series in which I get back to work while driving stuff and doing things while talking about topics. Today's topic is something I'm not supposed to talk about, which is politics. Right, we're in the old American truck simulator and I'm in my own truck. It's actually remembered that I had a save, which is quite nice. Whether or not the truck's any good. Yeah. Needs a better horn. Yeah, possibly. Anyway, I've locked the sat nav on a job. I don't know if I actually accepted the job or not. They drove into me. That's not my. You can't hold me accountable for that. That was them. Not me. Put some lights on. I set that. There you go. That's lights. Okay, good. Well, we're probably good then, aren't we? Yeah, probably. Feeble. I need some air horns. Lots of them. Like a dozen or so. But we'll go and we'll go and pick up this job and then we'll get into the topic of the day, which comes from Jan, and Jan, I'll be honest with you, I was considering doing a smidge of research before taking on your topic, but then I thought, why break the habit of a lifetime? I don't like this traffic. I think we can bypass quite a lot of it by just being a little bit, a little bit saucy with the rules of the road. There we go. As long as nobody else is feeling chancy, we should be about right. Now I do want to make a right turn in a moment. But these lights? No. What are these lights then? They're nothing. Are we in the turn flipping left lane? Could be. Okay. Well, look, it's not Grand Theft Auto. You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to try and drive like a sensible person. I'm going to put my indicators on and see if this Bluey who's in my mirror decides to give me the time of day. Doesn't look like he's going to, does it? No, it doesn't. No, old Bluey there couldn't give a monkeys. All right, well, look, we'll carve in behind him. There you go. Thanks, bruv. There you go. Signal that way, signal this way, signal that way, cancel. That's good. You can't do me on this, Red. I'd already committed. Yeah, that's a fact, bruv. Right. We're coming up in a minute on where we're going. So I'm going to read Jan's message in a moment. I'm just concentrating a little bit on getting where I'm supposed to be going, and then we'll get into the moment, shall we? Yeah, I think so. I don't know how much DLC I've got, but I'm in Nevada, and we're going to. I'm in Reno, obviously. I was committed already. Flipping $540. Are you having a giraffe? No, pal. No. That's extensive amounts of my liberty you've just stripped from me there. No, I'm just a working man, working and earning a living, and you're denying me my liberty by your egregious fining. Yeah, that told him. Yeah, probably did. Yeah. I've genuinely no idea. And because I'm not driving someone else's truck, this one's going to run out of fuel, and it's going to make me go to sleep at some point. I'm on the right side of the road. Let's go with no, okay? Because there is another. Oh, yeah, red lights. I saw it. Right, straighten the wheel. Indicators on. Give us something approximately second gear, or I'll do the trick. Yeah, we're not hauling a trailer. We can just go. We can go straight in. Use the torque. Right, up we go. Magnifico. Oh, it's going well. Yeah, it is. It's going well. I mean, if I haven't taken a job, there was plenty of time before this one expired. So it'll probably go like, oh yeah, here it is. There's that thing that you wanted that time. I said, what, this time? Yeah. Now we're in America, so I can turn right on a red light. That's the thing that can happen. Well, give me a more appropriate gear. Second will do. There we go. Don't you dare find me. I will be making more statements about being a sovereign citizen. Yeah, and then you'll know, because I know about as much about being a sovereign citizen as the people who usually do this. Well, I've found my way here. Maybe we just want to go into the Walmart car park. Sure. Okay. What do you reckon? Round the back? Well, that's where I'd keep the things. Okay. Maybe you now need to actually tell them that you're here to take a job. Otherwise, it looks like an expensive heist of a supermarket. Yeah. And also, yeah, I'm not seeing any trailers either. Oh, hold on, there's one. Yeah. There you go. Walbert. Right, I'm fairly certain it's this trailer on the end. So we'll see. We'll see what happens if I try and nick it. They should go, oh, thank you very much for picking this up. But I wouldn't be certain about it. Right, give me some external camera business. Let's go to our parking brakes engaged, beg your pardon. There we go. Right, okay, we're underway. We're not underway. We're going to try and take this trailer, because I think it's this one. Because it's the one that's turquoise at the front, and then, or whatever pale blue that is, and then red at the back. And the other two are the other way around. Right, and swing it on in. This is a pretty good approach here, son. Not bad at all. Right, keep going. Right, and then tee it. That's appears to be a music player. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to attach the trailer, which is T. Is it though? Well, I believed it was. Oh no! Look. Maybe I need to go back a bit further. Right, thump, hook her up. Fruitless tapping on the keyboard is accomplishing precious little. Right, let's put it in neutral. Hook her up. I'm going to have to look up the hook her up button. Well, everything that I've said is I'm in the right place. The only thing I can assume is this is not the right trailer. Otherwise, we'd be rolling by now. Now, there's no markers around either of those two trailers. So all I can assume is there must be somewhere else where they're keeping the trailers. Yeah, I mean, I followed all of me sat nav jiggery pokery to get me to the right place. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I've got to hold on. I've got a honking great suspicion of what I've done here. I know exactly what I've done here because they added a new feature. Right, what I did, I went to the job markets and I went freight job, right? Yeah, but surely that it's indicating that it's got a trailer. Because they've added the ability to have your own trailers, you see. And therefore I thought maybe what I want instead is cargo market. No, you've got it right. You're absolutely spot on. The cargo market is going to be if you've got your own trailer. Then I'm right. Then I don't know. In that case, all of my assumptions are on the mustard. Yeah, I know, but why are we still unable to find what we're looking for? Well, use your eyes, son. Use your eyes. They're not going to let you into the regular car park. Oh, hold on. What's that over there? That's a flashing thing. That wasn't here on the way in. Not unless I missed it. Well, you've got video evidence. People will be able to tell you. And I'm sure they will delight in doing so. You are facing the wrong way. Yeah, I know, but it's okay. We'll reverse in and get it. Alright. I bet I even had the right trailer there. Yeah, I bet you did. Right. Ding dong. Bit further forward. Alright. Ding dong. Right, thank you. Yes, please. Freight one. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the one I'm after. I want to go to well, it pays more to go to San Francisco. It does pay more to go for town. Alright, we'll take that instead. Yeah. Give me that, please. Sweet. Right, proceed to the loading area. I will do. Alright, back it up. We'll do this in reverse. Alright. Give me an overhead shot, thank you. Right. Yeah, good. Should we talk about a topic of the day? No, not until I've got the trailer on, and then I'll give it I'll give it almost 60% of my attention. Okay, all right. Yeah, that sounds plausible. Yeah, I mean, look, we're doing this like an absolute champ. Well, yeah, you could replace a couple of the letters there, and maybe you'd stamp. Yeah. Those were the letters I was thinking of. Good. Right, okay, look, I'll read the thing back to you, because we're going to be backing up here for the next minute or so. Jan says, my request is, which is better? State policy based on liberal values and capitalism, or based on social democratic values? Maybe an overlap of some sort. Flippin' Nora. Alright, okay. Now, I'm gonna start out with a big fat solid caveat. And that is there is a one of these videos coming up soon that asks what's wrong with people and indeed the world. And that would actually be a good partner video to this one, because it will help you understand an awful lot of an awful lot. Right, where are we now? I don't know, that might be the global bombardment camera. Right, which one is it? Look, keep backing up. It should have a flashing lozenge around it. It's that one there, look. Righto. Can we get round in one, do you reckon? We've got a pretty good turning circle on this bad boy. Well, you know what? We might not be far off. Yeah, my head doesn't quite turn around far enough that way. All right, we'll put a brake on, switch to the targeting computer. There you go. And make the magic happen. Go on. No, lots of that. There you go. All right, in we tick. Right, yeah, you can see. Look, I can't get used to two-footed driving. Right, coupling up. Straighten the wheels. Is that straightening them? Can't really tell for sure. Right, let's stick it in first. And see if we're going forwards. We are going forwards. Right, jump back in the cab. And off we flipping well toddle. Yeah, it would be nice if the sat-nav were to zoom in ever so slightly, but I'm sure I'll make it work. Right, £33,000 of waste paper or some such. We're taking a Frisco. Groovy. Anyway, look, I'm going to give you a caveat to start with, and that is that we are all products of the nation and people who raised us, and therefore there are certain sacred cows that belong in that nation. Now, there's a lot, and this is particularly because my two main audiences, the two countries who watch my videos more than anything else, are the UK and the US. Right? And we are countries that have an awful lot in common, not least of all the language. As much as we may joculate about the differences in our usage of that language, the language is the same. However, when it comes to matters of personal identity and the involvement of the state or lack thereof, we could not be further apart. What Americans believe as a left-wing party, and I'm not even talking about the Democrats. This is Bernie Sanders and his merry men. Has he got a party? He's got an identity, that's for flipping sure. Yeah, wouldn't even pass for left of centre in the UK. They would come close, but very, very far away from a cigar. And that's, I mean, obviously, that's something that I completely disagree with. But at the same time, that's what I mean by a difference in identity. And therefore, things that you will find normal on one side of the pond seem outrageous on the other side. Okay? And so let's do that. Now then, I am not a political professional, right? I'm a unique and special snowflake with regards to my political philosophies. You're going to disagree with quite a lot of them. You're going to agree with some of them, but what I want to try and talk about is in principle, right? I'm going to talk about basic, fundamental. Why the hell have we got a government in the first place? Would we not be better off without them? The short answer there is no. We would not be better off with no government. On the most simplistic level, government exists to act as a point of cohesion for all the people who live within one landmass, right? It's to put a basic set of principles in place to which we all subscribe, we all adhere. You can go like, well, you mean laws? You can go, yeah, laws is one part of it, but there's a social contract between all of us that exists, depending on which country you're in, that dictates what is and is not appropriate behaviour. I desperately want to zoom in on the map. Or maybe try pressing that again. Oh, yes, that's the one. Thank you. Right, good. Do you want to pick a lane? I'll pick one. Do you want to center your camera? There you go. I'm so glad I mapped that to a button. And so what I want to establish with you here today is what is the point of having a government, right? So yeah, we've got a set of laws and a set of rules we all have to pay for, and there are certain parts of the state which we shall call the idealistic state apparatus. I know some stuff that we all subscribe to as a good thing. Things such as education, firefighters, policing, national defence, you can put that up there as well. Public works, so everything from sewerage to waste collection to all of that kind of behaviour. Libraries, a certain amount of support for the arts, all of that kind of stuff, right? They are idealistic because the purpose that they serve is to enrich us or to make us better, right? You then have the state, the repressive state apparatus, which is things like policing and prisons, and it's the old carrot and stick. Here's the good stuff, here's the bad stuff, and the government exists to supply all of those things, and that's what you pay your tax for, and that's what you get out the other end. I'm not going to get into local taxation versus national taxation because it varies too much from country to country. So for the sake of this discussion, we shall treat them all as being the same flaming thing, right? Right, so that's what your government's for, right? To provide you with all of this stuff. Moreover, why do we want all of this stuff anyway? Well, a lot of it is there to help us and protect us as citizens. It's like in the dim and distant past, the collective personages of the country, as represented by the people in government. That was my fault, but it was his fault as well. He was being far too aggressive. Have decided these are things that we want. These are the ways in which the people of this country should be supported. With that, this is the stuff that we should all have, and that we should all that makes us better for having these things. You can argue the toss about whether that's actually true or not, but that comes down to independent political ideologies, right? I'm simply talking about what's the government for. Now, all of that stuff is great, and it's in the past, and I don't think anybody would say, like, no, education is a total waste of time. Education's not a waste of time. Being taught to read and being taught to do basic mathematics and have some understanding of the world around you and how it works and how it's put together and all of that kind of stuff, along with getting young people doing a spot of exercise, I've got no problem with any of that. The exact nature of what's taught, obviously I'm going to have opinions. My preference is always going to be base things when things are a contentious issue, you go with whatever is in the best interest of us as a species. And me, I'm going to have a different opinion on what that actually means than some of you will do. Some of you will agree with me, others may not. I'm not here to try and convert you or anything along those lines. Now, here's the other thing. Are we ready for the other thing yet? I think we're about there, right? I think broadly we can get on board with, we've decided that what we want is a school system. We've decided that what we want is a flipping big military. You want to have a flipping big military? Incidentally, I'm going to score a quick point for you. The biggest socialist program in the world is the United States military. It's socialism. Your military is socialism. What's the problem? Please pull in for a vehicle inspection at the next whatnot. Alright, are you going to give me a signpost for that? What's that say? That says 35 miles per hour. Okay. Does this look like it's a way station? Yes, it does look like it's a way station. Alright, we'll come in. Oh, there's a signpost to it. Okay. Agricultural inspection. I'm carrying used cardboard, aren't I? Well, at least I thought I was. Flipping government, getting a haul up in my business. Alright, okay. Coming in. Wasting my time in the middle of the flaming night. Go on in, weigh it. Way! Oh, I know, you want me there. Okay. And that's not... That's just to point out the inconsistency. That it's a strangeness coming from Europe. The certain areas of the US political spectrum treating socialism as though it is the worst thing imaginable is baffling. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, where in hold on, I need some fuel. You'll be all right for a little while. Not for long, no. I'm gonna need some fuel. All right, we'll just keep your eyes open for the next refuel opportunity, and try not to ruin it for everyone when you take advantage of it. What's that? Looks like a toll gate. Yeah, I suppose we're supposed to go around the outside here. These are exactly the sort of things that I would be saying if I were doing this for real. How authentic is that? Oh, magnificent. All right, good. I wonder if these guys can give me a splash of the gasoline. Well, go on then. You've got a green light, you Charlie. Right, there you go. I told him. Yeah, he was waiting his sweet flipping time, and you need to do an agri check. Okay. Making sure I've not got what on board. Just making sure you haven't got too much penicillin. Go on then. Thank you. Right, we're away. Still need petrol. That much hasn't changed. We started with half a tank. We're down to a quarter of a tank. It's not a pretty sight. No, but it'll figure itself out. Yeah, back onto Highway 80 or whatever it is, Interstate 80. No, I think it's a highway. Whatever it is, we're going back on it. It's not going to be accurate to the real world anyway. So why are we getting hot and bothered about it? You raise a very valid point. Thank you very much. Right. So yes, let's move on to the secondary topic. Now, in the 20th century, and certainly into the 21st century, so mid 20th century and onwards, the role of government should have shifted, and the shift that should have been done is the government needs to be paying closer attention to. Oh, and I'm tired as well. Well, I don't care about that too much. Needs to be paying closer attention to corporations, because corporations are starting to run roughshod over regular people, and the only thing that can keep them in check is government. They're not going to regulate themselves. No. With every corporation you ever come across, they're motivated by one single thing, and that is money and how to make more of it. So there's a garage up there, but I think that's a repair yard, which I don't need. What I need is a gas station. Yeah, I need a pepperami. Yeah, maybe a Snickers just to keep me going. Yeah, can of 7-Up. That'd do me. Yeah, well, there isn't one here. Watch for wildlife. They need to watch for me, because at the end of the day, I'm in a truck. Corporations are a much greater threat to us as individuals than the government. Way more of a threat. The government is, by and large, when working properly, is a benign and even positive institution there to help us out. That's not a belief. That's what it is. It is there to be helpful to us. It is there to make our lives better. Now, the individuals running it depends what their own individual, personal, unique take on what does better actually look like. And there is a growing sense of living at the corporations. Everything's expensive to run. That's the problem, is that as time goes on, everything becomes more expensive to run. If you've got government programs, you also have to have government employees, and you need to pay those government employees in line with realistic expectations as far as salaries are concerned, and other stuff. We'll just use the rest area, right? I know, I'm getting tired. Well, that's why I'm stopping, clown. That's the accelerator. That's near enough. Right, stop that, hit the thing, rest up. And all that bit. Flip, how much rest did I need? Right, fire it up. Fire it up. No, fire it up. Don't tell me to press the engine start button after I've already done it, you nerk. Right, I left it in 5th while I was asleep. Maybe not the most helpful thing to do. Still, I didn't run it into a rock. I almost did, but I didn't. There you go. Bonus points for me there. Lovely. That is good, ladies and gentlemen. And I appreciate that using the external camera could be seen as cheating, but at the same time, I see it as not crashing, and that's helpful. But plenty of crashing happens when I'm just going forwards. No, I don't need to stop the engine, thanks. I need some go-go juice. Perhaps you could point me in the direction of some. Also, if you wouldn't mind putting the map back up, thank you. Jolly good. Yeah, and corporations are getting away with more and more because they're getting bigger and bolder and more powerful. And one of the first things that happens when they become big and bold and more powerful is they figure out ways whereby they can avoid paying taxes. So they're doing nothing but extracting money from the economy for their own benefit. Grats. And then secondly, use employees like their disposable assets. Well, those employees are people, and people should not be treated as disposable assets. And this is the biggest difference between the US and the UK, certainly. And Europe is very similar to the UK in this regard, because we've all been part of one happy European Union for the better part of 30 years. Oh no, that's all dead now. I could go into why I was and am still pro-European on a separate topic, if you like. It's okay. I'm over it. I know the people who are not pro-European won, and therefore I don't bang on about it. But you probably knew that anyway. You probably knew that I was pro-European anyway, because I give off that vibe. Anyhow, yeah, so the biggest difference, US to Europe, is just how abusive employers are allowed to be towards those who work for them. We are guaranteed by law over here vacation days every year. By law. and the number varies by country, but it is no fewer than something like 22 or 24, and that's us. Yeah, we always... It's like, depending on the government that we've got in, they may aspire to be more like the Americans, or less like the Americans. Yeah, that's political ideology for you, and that's one of those things. I need petrol, for crying out loud. This country's built on the automobile, and therefore I should be seeing a gas station every 3.5 seconds. Come on, you're going to need to sell me some Slim Jims, which are a thing apparently. I think that's a pepperami. Pretty sure that's the American version of a pepperami. Still, I'm doing 80 on Highway 80, which is Interstate 5. I could not honestly tell you, but I am tanking it. Yeah, we're giving this an absolute ripping. I love my truck. I wonder if I finished paying for it. No idea, bruv, but it's great. And so far on this trip, it's only cost me £2,000. Well, that's nice. Yep. Yeah. How much does this trip pay? £5,000. So we're in the black at the moment, and that's a good thing. Right. Okay. We've got another rest stop over there. Any chance it's got some petrol? What does that sign say? Yes, it does. Okay. Right. Good. All right. Ease this down to about 9. What are we doing? 50-ish. Yeah, that's probably about right. Okay. Exit 85. We're not using exit 85. We're just using the service. Oh, it's a convoluted means of getting back on the highway. No, well, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Now, I mentioned this in another video. The highway system in the US was funded, and I am not criticising the US. I am purposefully not. I have, however, mentioned why a lot of kind of US approach to things. Hang on, what are we looking at here? Right. See, this looks like a gas station, but that's also a gas station. Oh, that's a gas station not allowed into. Right, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm not criticising the US. I'm just pointing out that politically it is completely different to the way we do things over here. And what is and is not acceptable is off the charts. And in the US, you're only allowed a finite number of sick days. You could go, say, what? Yeah, no, you can be sick over here as much as you ruddy well please. You might have to prove that you've been sick, but you are allowed to be ill as much as you like, and it doesn't use up your holiday. Moreover, if you're sick while using vacation days, you get those vacation days back again. Huh? Right, I don't think we're in the right place to fill up here. What are you talking about? I've got pumps on every flipping side. Turn the engine off. I'll be honest with you, fam, you've parked in an exciting way. Yeah, but I mean, the hose there will reach. Fill her up. Is this self-service? What's going on? I don't think you're in the truck filling area, based on the number of automobiles. Okay, all right. Fire it back up again. We'll go looking for the truck filler up area then. Coming through. We'll clear the petrol pump. It'll be fine. Okay. Are we going to try and cut through that space? That's what I'd do if I was in my car. What have you cut through there? The back of someone's egregiously huge pickup truck. Oh, okay. Get a smaller car. You don't need something that size. There's nothing in the back of there. You're not going to be cutting anybody's lawn today. No. It's a pure vanity on your part. And yes, if I did live stateside, I would own one. Right. No, I wouldn't. I would have a Lincoln Navigator. Really? Yeah, they're ruddy enormous. They are rather suited to conquering small Middle Eastern countries. What do you got now? Trailers clipping a Cadillac or some such. Okay. Alright. Back her up. Right. Now, I routinely talk about capitalism and how capitalism is the root of many evils. Because it is. Why is this trailer not behaving? I don't know. It seems to have We seem to have broken the hitch in some fashion. Alright, give me the... oh, okay, that's going well. Yeah, I don't think they really anticipated people with trucks using this car park. No, but look at that for a bit of parking. You fluked that. And also you haven't pulled it off correctly either. No, it's true. Alright, what we should be doing here is looking for an alternate means of escape. Straight over the grass verge. It's like you read my mind. It's because we share the same mind there, Tonto. Onwards. Right, go out over the verge. Right, I'm not going to get a fine for that. That's legit. Right, and then turn left, and swing it back in, and then look for which bit of the garage will actually sell me some flipping petrol. Watch out, there's a whatever that is, a Toyota. Okay, well whatever it is, watch out for it. That's over. We've passed that moment now. Alright. So I'm using the mouse at the same time to give me optimum facial control. Where's the petrol pumps? I drove through those thinking, oh, what are those over there? They're more petrol pumps. Maybe they're the ones that we're interested in. They've got glowing green lozenges there. Potentially for drivers such as you. What? I didn't crash. Don't know what you're No, that was some pillock in a flipping Bronco or something that's driven into me. There you go, that'll do. Alright, use the following. Stop the engine. Yep. Fill me up with gasoline until I have all of it. There you go. We're going to lose a little bit more money on the trip, but at least we'll be able to finish the trip. That's another 800 quid's worth of go-go juice there. Yeah. Right, okay. So, where was I? Oh, all over the place. Figuratively, literally, and topically. I think you might have actually jammed the truck in here. Yeah, it doesn't appear to want to go in reverse. Alright, try going forwards then. Yeah, it's not having it. Okay, alright, well, put the brake on, stick it in reverse, thump it. I mean, we're fairly sure the truck's putting some effort in. Let's try some steering lock. No, try alternate lock. Yeah, that's a big fat no. Hold on, what we got? There you go, we're broken loose. Whatever the problem was isn't a problem anymore. Perfection. Alright, where are we going now? That way. 10-4, let's rock. Take it out of neutral. There we go. Right, get back on the highway. Yeah. Let people know we're coming through. That doesn't sound like a horn. That just... Oh, okay, apparently I can't... No, I didn't mean that. I thought we needed to go up there. Sorry, Bluey. I'll go over the pavement and I'll do a U-turn. You're all right. Oh, what have I driven into now? This was all going so well until I needed petrol. You know, that's happened in virtually every series of this you've done. Every drive of this you've done has been going flawlessly until you needed some fuel. It's you and fuel stops. Yeah, I mean, in the real world, my weakness at fuel stops is not buying too much stuff from the... if you all get out of the way, I wouldn't have to drive into you. But I'll be honest, I've rather had enough of you all. All of you. Coming through. Come on. What you gonna do? Nothing. That's what you're gonna do. Because I'm a truck. Good. Yeah, you drive yourself there, force feedback. Enjoy it. Embrace the moment. Right. There you go. That's got that sorted. How much did that cost me? A lot. We're going to make a profit on this trip? No. Okay. Well, it's an adventure, isn't it? Aren't we all having a delightful time? Yep. Oh, I was wondering why we were accelerating slowly, and it turned out that we had a Prius in front of us, slowing us down. Yeah, slowing us down. So where was I? What conclusions can be reached? Protection from corporations, right? They all skip paying as much tax as they possibly can because that's in the best interest of the shareholders. It no longer becomes about the company. It no longer becomes about the quality of the product or the customers that they have. They can spend as much as they like on telling you how much they care, but ultimately they are made to care by shareholders. The shareholders are the only people that matter. The same thing happens on the YouTube, right? This comes up regularly is people going, oh no, yeah, they closed the road. Well, what am I supposed to do here? We want to be going up we want to be going up there. But Johnny Plod there had sealed us off. We're going to have to execute a manoeuvre. Oh no, he sealed that bit off as well. I'm going up there anyway. They can flipping sue me. I'm already low on cash. They'll just have to send out their pursuit units to come and stop. I'm going to be like McCall in my convoy. Is it T.J. McCall? Something like that. Yeah. I'm the rubber failure. Are you? Yeah. Well, you could probably get a refund. What was where were we? Protecting us from corporations. Yeah. It's not a red light violation, I'm turning right. You want to learn the law in the US? There, amigo. I couldn't tell you. Okay, alright. There you go. And also, it's not actually... I don't think it triggered a red light infraction there, because I was up on the verge. Intriguing. Okay, yeah. Good times. Here we go. Right, give us ramming speeds. Anyone tries to stop us, don't let them. Alright, there's a bear with a roadblock. Okay, the hard shoulder appears to be unoccupied. We are coming through. Well, that wasn't so hard now, was it? Yeah, and I'll be honest, that's a very inefficient roadblock. They've just put that in as a slalom. I wonder why they closed this bit of road other than to keep it open just for me. And obviously anyone trying to overtake me now is breaking the law, breaking the law. Ah, good times. Right, what are we in? We're in 10th. Are we still getting some acceleration? Well, you are going uphill at the moment. Yeah. Now, yes, I've spoken about the evils of capitalism before, and I'm not anti-capitalist. I don't believe that that capitalism is inherently bad. I think that the problem with it... What's going on there? Fire truck. No, don't do that. Alright, hang on, wait. I was taking evasive. Right, wait. Give a second. I reckon we can squeak it inside there. Well, there's a paramedic. Is there a safety barrier on the other side of the bridge? I don't think you can squeak between the safety barrier and the bridge. But we might be able to get between the safety barrier and this paramedic. Okay, don't hit the paramedic. They will lock you up. Go! Oh, a whirly bird. Amazing. Yeah, that's alright. No, it's my fault. No, it's all good. No, that's fine. Your tax dollars hard at work there. And my complete ignorance of them. Ignorance. Ignorance isn't a word, that's ignorance. Ah, yeah, but I'm using ignorance. I'm ignoring, and therefore it is ignorance. What? Ever. No, capitalism is absolutely fine. The pursuit of profits and all of that kind of business is absolutely fine. But it has got to the point now that it's, that people... The system has been in place for long enough that it has been allowed to fester. And it's been allowed to mutate and become a shadow of its former self. It is no longer a means of pure growth. And therein lies another problem. You can only grow so much. I mean, we all know the anecdotes of, in the 1950s, 1960s, you'd buy a washing machine that would last you for 40 years. And these days, they're all built with failure as part of the design. They are designed to stop working, so you have to buy another one. After all, which washing machine manufacturer is going to go like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to build something that is going to stop working in never. Yeah, we're going to sell one to each person, and then we'll close down the factory and we'll all go home. You're going to go, yeah, that's rather... Shareholders going, that's somewhat nearsighted. If you wouldn't mind telling me when you're getting close to that limit, I'll pull my money out at about that point. Thanks, if it's all the same to you. No. Planned obsolescence, that's evil. This is why I don't buy anything, products or services from Apple. I had a perfectly good iPhone 6, and it was a very, very nice iPhone 6, and it was working perfectly. I had no plans to upgrade it at all. It was based on the way that I used it. I was getting a good 14 hours worth of battery life out of it. I went to bed, got up the following morning, a system update had installed, and now I would only get 6 hours use out of it. Nothing else had changed. Nothing at all. I saw that as pure evil, and at that point they lost my business forever. And that's what it takes to rein in corporations. And you kind of go like, yeah, but people have to have the courage of their convictions. You kind of go, did you not have tons of stuff on the Apple platform? Yeah, I had hundreds of pounds worth of stuff on iTunes. I had various other things that were all tied to my Apple account. But I said, no. I will not tolerate that, nor will I ever forgive you. Because that you will do it once just means you're doing it to someone else now. And then you've got all those poor saps that you're doing it to who decided, oh, I need to upgrade my phone, who didn't realise that you had designed it to flipping do that. Outrageous. And you know what else? That should be treated as criminal. There should have been prosecutions over that, because that is nothing but exploitation of consumers. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Shouldn't be allowed. Yeah. Especially when there's no good reason for it. Right? The company isn't on the breadline. It wasn't costing them anything for me to continue using my telephone. I had a perfectly likeable relationship between me and my cellular provider. That wasn't an issue in the slightest. It was costing Apple nothing for me to continue using their services because I didn't use them. Because, as everybody knows, all the Apple software services are garbage. Yeah, no, my hatred of Apple is real, and they've earned it. The end. It's not. And that's it. Anyway, but I use a computer. Apple users use a handbag because it's just a fashion accessory. What now? I'll pay 25 quid to go through that. All right, fine. As long as it pays for the upkeep of this jolly bridge here, I'm all for it. I'm off topic and getting annoyed. Yeah. That's my problem with capitalism. That was not a decision that was made to benefit anybody other than shareholders. No apology was ever given. That kind of business as usual is not going to fly with me. No, I say burn them all down. And then they don't pay any tax. Or they dodge it at every opportunity possible. I mean, it's sickening how much money they can make and never contribute. And the thing is that who do we blame for all of this, for all of the ills in the world? This isn't supposed to be the Golden Gate Bridge, is it? No, this might be the Bay Bridge. Oh, yeah. Because if it was the Golden Gate Bridge, you would think the developers would probably make it the same colour as the real shebang. And they haven't. Therefore, it probably isn't. Is this one way? I haven't seen another car in ages. This road might still be shut down. Oh, good times. Yeah, we complain about people who are just looking for a better life for themselves, right? That's all of us. Every last one of us is after a better life for ourselves. I've also mentioned before. I've paraphrased a comedian who said that once you reach a certain amount of money, you should be given a little medal that says, "Congratulations, you've won capitalism," and you're not allowed to earn any more. That doesn't mean, I mean, you know, you can earn more. It's like prestiging in Call of Duty, right? It's, you go back to zero, but you're allowed to keep playing. You're allowed to earn more all over again, and you've got the little badge that says that I've won capitalism. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable idea, because nobody ever in the world needs £1 billion. Nobody ever in the world needs 100 million quid. I would say, based on the on the current financial situation, no one needs 10 million quid. No. If you've got a job, you don't need £1 million. If you've got a job and a house, you don't need £1 million. Because all you're going to do is spend it on stuff that you don't need, that's going to be obsolete in a couple of years' time, that you're just going to have to go and replace with the next newer, more expensive model that will become obsolete slightly faster. What a time to be alive. And it is an interesting time to be alive, because we're at the end of the golden age. This will be seen as the golden age of humanity. Or the golden age of excess, or the golden age of consumerism. We're right at the end of it now. We've got 10 years, 15 years tops of the golden age of consumerism, and after that it's going to change, because it's going to have to. But that's a different topic, isn't it? Yeah, and it will be the government that takes the heat for it. This is my problem with governments, is it has fallen so far. Yeah, I'm turning left on a red light. It's fine. Nothing was coming. But I got a delivery to make, punk. Yeah, government has fallen so far now because the only thing that our governing officials care about is getting re-elected. And that's wrong. Because that hampers them when it comes to actually being able to do something that will make a difference. Because if you have to deliver on anything that you're promising within the next 5 years, you don't get anything done in that space of time. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to build stuff. Sometimes, you know. Where do you need it? Oh, I don't know, this could be a challenge. Yeah, I know, but I've got time. This video's already long. Yeah, I know, but whatever. I'm on a topic burn. Okay, where are we going? Don't know. Alright, give me my map back. Stop telling me to skip parking and give me the chuffing map so I know where I'm parking. Press that button. Zoom it in some. No, give me the... Thank you. There? What are you talking about? Oh, there. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not so tough. Could you move that... do all this rubbish out of the way? I'll find it easier if you do that. No? Oh, okay, then. Thanks anyway. All right, we'll give it a decent shot. I think we'll give it a decent shot. Right, if you straighten us up, I am doing. Right, and then we'll go straight back and slowly, and then we'll gently tweak until we are happy at the direction we are facing. Oh, sure, your theory sounds great. Give me the top-down action camera, and let me see the back of the trailer, please. Which way do you need this? I think I need that way. There you go. Alright, now straighten it up. Pretty sure that's central. Bit more. Bit more. You missed it. I've missed it. Okay. Forwards. Yeah, it wouldn't show me the back of the trailer. I wanted the back of the trailer. It was just showing me the middle of the trailer, which is no help to anybody at all. No. Okay. Alright. Okay. Don't panic. You can always give up. It's going to invite you to give up in a couple of minutes' time. Yeah, and I might do, you know. I think we're more or less there. Right. Show me. Can I have any? No. Right. Press another button. What's that doing? Top of the cab. No. Facing gently backwards. Maybe. All right. Okay. Let's go. Gently does it. Can't see the other side. What's this give us? Nothing good. This, nothing good. This, unhelpful. That, no. This, no. This one, nuh-uh. This, no. That's it. That's your best camera angle. Okay. Would be nice to be able to see the mirror on the other side. Well, to do that, you're going to have to get in the cab. Right, what about a little bit of... No, keep going further back. Give it some of that. Don't wait until it goes crunch, because that'll be too late. Alright, no, more. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm off topic. I think I'm done with the topic, you know. Because I think we've largely covered it. I'll summarise, okay? Pretty close. You know what? Actually, that's not pretty close. That's bang flipping on, son. Good effort. Right. You've got to talk about what the point of government is, right? And you have to accept, whether you are largely pro-government, largely anti-government, is that the purpose behind government is to help out people. And in the past, we've set in place things that, broadly speaking, help out the people of that country. Whether that's education, whether that's, if you're in Europe, healthcare. You know, you can paint your military as a good thing or as a bad thing. That's your choice. Fire services, all of this, social care stuff, building of roads, building of railways, all of this kind of stuff. A lot of that was done using governmental support. And arguably, we have countries that are prosperous as a result of that. Now, commercialisation of it all has helped in many ways at driving things forwards, but there comes a point at which the government has to put in place means of slowing down corporations who are starting to run roughshod over things. And that's before we talk about lobbying. Right? That's before we talk about lobbying. But government has started to become more and more perverse over time from things like lobbying, from things like gerrymandering, where they redraw boundaries of voting areas. They're doing it in my town. They're trying to put me into a different... In fact, they're going to do it, despite me noting an objection. My area of the town that I live in is one of the nicer bits. And so they're trying to group us with a bit that's almost as nice because a certain party is more likely to win a slightly larger slice of the pie if they do it that way, despite the fact that I don't vote for that party and never ever will under any circumstances. It would be a very cold day in hell for me to do that. But that's besides the point. But at the same time, it's not besides the point. That's the whole point of a democracy, is you can vote for stuff. But they're shifting the rules. Why are they shifting the rules? Is it to make it any more logical or sensible or anything like that? No, the new voting block looks like this, with a going along the top. It's not logical at all. They're just trying to rig the votes. It's poisonous. And it's because they're obsessed with just getting back into power in 5 years' time. They're not worried about fixing things. You know, the first thing to get thrown out of the window when the country's a little bit short of cash, all the long-term plans. Nobody thinks about 50 years from now. Nobody. They go, oh, we'll all be dead. And you kind of go, yeah, but I mean, the whole point of electing you people is to try and protect things for the next generation. Otherwise, the next generation come along and they go, what happened here? And you kind of go, oh, no, that was all down to your parents and your grandparents who are all now dead. And you kind of go, well, there's not a lot we can do about this. And you kind of go, no. We could have done if they'd have got started on it, yeah, but they were too busy making sure that they were going to get a nice chairman of the board gig at an international chemical company when they retired from politics. Yeah. Which should be seen as treason. There you go. I'm Colonel Failure, and that's my platform. I have disdain for everything and everyone and everywhere and all the time. And at the same time, I love people. Regular people. This is the main thing to take away. You can take any regular person from any country in the world, and if you strip out all of the social imposed rubbish that they've been infected with because they're in a particular country, and we're all equally screwed up by that. Different ways, but we're all equally screwed up. Some lad from North Korea, he's been screwed up particularly effectively, but he's no more screwed up than me. You'd get away from that. All they're trying to do is do a little bit better and provide for those they care about. The end. And at the top of the tree are people who want more than that. More than that. And they're the problem. Rise up, friends. I'm Colonel Failure. Don't rise up. Not in my name. I haven't got a platform yet. No, I've got a chair, and that's about it. I'm quite comfortable in my chair. I'll talk to you very soon. Yang, great question. If you decide to debate this in the comments, keep it friendly. All right? People will disagree with you. They're fine. They're allowed to disagree. Okay? They're allowed to. It's fine. They're allowed to disagree. We're all just people, right? None of us are in charge. And therefore, we're not the problem. Thank you. Catch you next time. Cheerio.